For the remainder of the story, I'm going to keep my name hidden because I don't want whatever was at that house following me again. It all happened in late 2007 when my buddy Jonathan invited me to a costume Halloween party at his friend's house. I luckily agreed to show up there. I told my girlfriend about it, and she never really got into the spirit of Halloween, and eventually I convinced her to go. And the drive up there was normal, but as soon as we pulled into the front driveway, it was all weird. Some dude in a black clown-like costume was standing there watching us. Me and my girlfriend looked at each other confused, and we waved at him, but as we looked back, he was gone. And he was in front of a house. There were no alleyways, no turns. This was a dead end. We were confused, but we decided to just forget about it. As we walked into the house, I said hello to everyone, and I introduced my girlfriend to a few new people I saw. I met up with Jonathan, and we had a good conversation about life and things we want to do when we get a little bit older. I told Jonathan that I was thinking of proposing to my girlfriend, Nancy. And then this is where it all falls downhill. As we were playing a drinking Halloween board game, my friend Jonathan stood up and said he has an announcement to make. He did that thing where you flick your fingers and all the lights went off. And then I could feel something on my mouth. A sock. I started freaking out and demanding that someone tell me what's going on. Before you know it, I had something over my eyes. I think it was like a bed mask. I spit out the sock and I asked and repeated, "What's going on, Jonathan?" No one answered. I called out my girlfriend's name and no one answered. And the lights came on. I was in the basement of Jonathan's house. Which is strange because I remember we were at his friend's house. I freaked out and I just realized I've only been blindfolded for a few seconds. That means we would have had to get in the car and drove all the way to his house. And then I saw Jonathan wearing this weird clown mask in this weird clown uniform. I looked on the ground and I saw a satanic symbol with jack-o'-lanterns, torches, and a table where my girlfriend laid. I demanded to know what was going on, and they explained that we are part of something special. We are not meant for this realm. They told me that they were going to sacrifice my girlfriend and then pour the blood all over me as they would chop my head off. And they would do it for the clowns. They believed that the gods were clowns. I started freaking out, and I tried to move, but I realized I was restrained. Thankfully, it was only my arms. They were dumb enough not to realize to tie my legs. I started kicking and swashing, and eventually, I got the restraints off. I don't know how, and I pushed them onto the table, and I grabbed my girlfriend, and we got out of there. However, they pulled her down, and she fell down the stairs. And when I came back to pick her up, millions, and I mean millions, of clowns came out from the darkness and started running up towards me. And I shit you not, 2 of them were crawling on the ceiling. I started freaking out, and as I went to pick up my girlfriend, Nancy's neck snapped. She fell down the stairs and broke her neck. I was about to start crying, but I realized I had to get out of there. I ran and I slammed the basement door and locked it. I saw one of the candles on the table and I grabbed it and I burned the door. I ran outside as I saw the house light up in flames. Someone patted me on the shoulder. The clown from earlier. He looked at me and smiled and said, "You are worthy." He held out my hand and stabbed it. I freaked out and I fell back to the ground, and he smiled again and licked it. He licked the blood off the knife that he stuck through my hand, and he had said, "I'll see you soon." At a blink of an eye, he disappeared. None of this makes sense to me. I'm seeing a therapist now, and they consider me crazy and unstable. I stopped going to the therapist. I stay inside my house twice a week. Like, I spend the whole day twice a week in my own home. I lock the doors. Sometimes I curl into a ball because I hear weird sounds around my house. I'll never celebrate Halloween, nor will I ever go to another costume party again. And to this day, seeing that clown still haunts my nightmares, and I will never forget that smile that he